as a woman of God, I trust God in everything that I do. I believe that we as a Black people, that's what we have to do. We have been through so much. We've had so much that we've had to deal with. But as our forefathers, what they dealt with and what they went through allowed us to have a better life.
Through history, our race has always believed in God. Our race has always prayed. Our race has always looked towards God for leading and guiding us down through the years. So as I've learned about my history in church and through the Word of God, is that I have to follow God no matter what.
Tell us about a moment in Black history that you witnessed or that you will never forget.
Two things come to mind for me. The first thing is the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. I was a freshman in college, my second semester in college, and I went to school in the South. I went to an HBCU, and we were in the South, and we were not allowed to express how we felt about the assassination of Dr. King. However, I went to a Christian college, so what we did, we peacefully marched in the city of the town where the college was located. And the second thing that in history that really stands out for me is the election of Barack Obama. That was a very proud moment for me as a Black woman, and as for the people, the Black people, we were very proud. I never saw so many people actually go out and vote for this man, and because they were proud. We'd never seen that. I thought I would never see that, and my mother and my father did not live to see this. However, I've lived to see that. My child has lived to see that, and so this makes me proud.
I was able to go to the Million Man March on Washington, and to see men come from all over the country in harmony and just giving each other high fives. And you're riding on the bus, you're riding on the train. They were passing out food. It was just a day of unity that reminded me of my mom talking about when she marched with Dr. King back in the day. And I got goose pimples, because just imagine 1 million men embracing one another, elbow to elbow. If you picked up your foot, you moved over 5 feet to the left or 20 feet to the right, because there were so many people, but there was no crime. Nothing happened. There was no arrests. There were no killings. And it just brought me back to remembrance of all that my mom had told me about the marches with Dr. King. And, so I'm just enlightened that much more to become that man, that leader of Black men, to be able to show them the way and let them know that they don't have to fail, but they can be successful.
The first thing I want to say is to remember, never forget where you've come from. My parents grew up in the South. I was born in the South. My parents brought me here when I was 10 years old. And my mother always, my dad sometimes, but my mother would always sit us down and share what she went through in the South, what she went through as a Black woman, what she had to go through. When I was in the South going to school before I came to Baltimore, I went to a segregated school, and the books that we were given were books that were from the white schools that they no longer wanted. So we got the tattered books, we got the worn books, and this is what we had to deal with. So these are things that I've shared with my child. I want her to share with her children, and I want all generations to know that we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot.
I would tell the next generation, the game is still the same. The names have just changed. And as we look back to our parents and our grandparents and those that had wisdom, they're going to have to do the same thing. because at the end of the day, we already have the scars. And our prayer is that they don't have to get the same scars that we have. They don't have to make the same mistakes that we made. They don't have to make the wrong choices that we made. All they have to do is connect with somebody that they know are going to lead them in the right direction. And you always have to remember that you're standing on the shoulders of somebody that was great. And you have to continue to carry on that greatness.